guys, for our first prediction here, it's very serious. We take it, this is big time. We've stewed over this. We also don't talk about it with each other. We have no idea who each other is going to pick. So we'll do offensive and defensive rookies of the year. Let's start things off on the offensive side of the ball. We'll go around the table. Shregs, you are up.
All right, 5 quarterbacks were taken in the first round. I would argue no quarterback went to a better situation and went to a better place than the guy in my teleprompter right now. That answer.
That's my prediction, Peter.
Yep. You can only say it so many times.
You saw it coming.
I got my first prediction right.
Yes, you did.
I'm
yes,
1 for 1. Go ahead, Peter. Who are you going with?
Kyle, we got it. Mac
Great
Jones
job.
is my offensive
awesome.
I think Mac Jones is going to be outstanding in this offense from day one. No one is joining a better situation where there are skill positions that were added. They spent about $180 million on the offense this offseason to give him 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, a rebuilt offensive line. And oh yeah, he goes to a team that has Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels in his corner. He's the starting quarterback. He's number 1 from go. I think he's going to roll out and they are going to be successful this season. If you believe in the Patriots with Mac Jones, you have to think that this team is going to win some games. And they like to vote Rookie of the Years to the guys who have the most team success as well as individual numbers. I think Mac Jones is going to be the offensive Rookie of the Year as long as he stays healthy and as long as he does what they expect him to do. Mac Jones, I see a 5th quarterback taken, but first in my Rookie of the Year predictions.
I love it. Mike, you're going to go next.
Yeah, I like that Mac Jones pick. I'm going to stick with the quarterbacks. I'm going to go with Zach Wilson in New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not so sure he's going to have the best team success or better success than out there in New England, but I do think he'll play better. The arm talent, guys, you just can't overlook that. The arm angles, the different off-platform throws that this kid makes. And I love the offense that he's in, too. That Mike LaFleur offense, very QB-friendly. They're going to try to run the football. They have a massive offensive line who's very capable of blocking guys in front of him. And this kid has shown in the preseason that he can handle the throws. It's not too big for him. Look at that throw right there. I just want him to make the best decisions possible in every single play. And I think if he does that, he's going to have a great rookie season that ends with the offensive rookie of the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool because, don't necessarily think they got to get to the playoffs. Justin Herbert last year, Kyler Murray the year before, offensive rookies of the year. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right, so we got all these great quarterbacks, and I'm going to pick the only one in the first round who's not going to start and not going to play this weekend. I'm going with Justin Fields. I think it's going to happen. I'm not joking. I'm not doing shtick. I think this Andy Dalton thing will be remedied very quickly, and I think Justin Fields is going to be a sensation.
You think he takes over in week 1?
Maybe in the middle of the game. I'm
Really?
not kidding. And if it's not week 1, I think it'll be week 2. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a freezing cold take. Maybe he doesn't play a snap. I don't think so. I think this is going to be Deshaun Watson the second he hits the field. It's going to be Mr. 7A. He's going to be one of the biggest stories of the year. I believe in him that much. I know the Dalton thing is messy, and he's going to have to be incredible to get a late start behind some of these guys. He will be. I'm going Justin Fields, totally unironically, dead serious, number 1 Chicago Bears offense rookie.
You know what, Kyle? Justin Fields. I mean, that offensive line is terrible. I don't need to talk about squad like that.
Dicey.
But they're
Rams week 1.
And his movement ability will help the offensive line. It'll help the run game. It'll help all of that. Again, I've said it before. This kid would have to play himself out of the starting job if I was Matt Nagy.
Okay, so he thinks middle of the game, week 1 or week 2. Peter and I are very much on the same, okay, week 5, week 6. Dalton's going to play a handful of games. Where do you stand?
I think about week 4 or 5,
Yeah.
I think they'll give him some time. I think they will.
Don't cry. Your offensive rookie of the year. I'm going to go with a non-quarterback. I'm going to go with the physically the most gifted and talented person who was drafted this past year, Najee Harris. That's exactly where I'm going. I know there's questions about the offensive line with the Steelers, but there's just some talent that it transcends. It's okay. And we saw it in the preseason. Look at what he did. It was incredible on the ground. He's got the bruising running style, and he's a natural receiver. He talks about it a lot. He's going to be used in that Le'Veon Bell sort of way. Look at, I just can't wait to see this happen. So this is a kid that you cannot take out of the game, no matter what you do, no matter how bad your offensive line is, no matter what the defense is planned. He'll be all over it every week. So I think he's got a great shot at offensive.
And Big Ben will check the ball down. He's one of those guys that will check it down and get it to the back. Guys, Don't overlook that guard out in Kansas City.
Trey Smith, sixth-round pick.
I'm telling you, watch him on tape.
A sixth-round
pick.
Dude
is
guard.
A road grader.
I think he's
okay. I'm not saying he's going. I'm just saying keep your eyes on.
We don't mention
That's all I'm saying.
We don't mention confidence. We talk Trey Smith.
Not Trey Lance. Trey Smith.
I'm just saying.
I love it.
I got to know him a bit. I did the sideline for the preseason. He was all anyone talk. I just love that you just brought him.
I'm just saying.
Didn't you do a whole segment on him?
I did, but I wouldn't pick an offensive guard to the Rookie of the Year.
I'm just saying keep your eyes on him, man.